They're killing some, but they get past the... Oh, no. They're getting past. They're killing me. No, no. I'm stuck. Okay, don't get stuck. Okay, no. Greetings, friend. Survivor. This is going to be a guide into the Alpha 18 shotgun auto turret. An important part to any Survivor's base building efforts. I hope you'll enjoy this guide where I will show what perks and skills do you need to actually unlock it, how do you craft it, how do you place it down, wire it up and use it, and some tips and tricks for actually utilizing. And of course we're going to test it out against a bunch of zombies. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see all of these videos as I release them. And of course, ring that notification bell, and why not follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. All the links are in the description below. Well, now that I've had my shotgun turrets have all the fun, let's look at actually how to craft them. So let's first look at the skills. The general skill that you need is intellect, and you need to go to advanced engineering and down to the inventor level. And this is obviously going to take some perk points because, well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one learns to craft shotgun turrets for short range. The number 5 is for the SMG auto turrets, which we're going to cover next time. But it's going to take a bunch of skill points, unfortunately, because you need to unlock your intellect and then the advanced engineering. Or, if you're really lucky, you can, and let's have a look at here, the crafting. If you find the shotgun turret schematics, this is actually both easier and harder. If you find it, this is really good to do, or you can of course buy it at the traders. But let's assume you've either found and read the shotgun turret schematic or unlocked it through advanced engineering, and there's some general description. You need to craft this in your workbench, and let's go to that. Let's do turret, and we see here the shotgun auto turret requires 40 steel, 3 shotgun parts, so you just disassemble some shotgun. You need some oil, some scrap polymers, and of course the motion sensors. So if you don't have that one, you need to craft it as well. And that one comes from Unlock Advanced Engineering or the motion sensor schematic, or you can actually buy it from the traders. But let's make sure we have one of those. Of course I already do, but then you craft it and it's going to take a while. It takes very much longer than a lot of basic item crafting. 8 minutes just means you're going to have to wait. But once you have it, and of course I've pre-crafted some, you place it down, and let's place it down here. It's small and neat. I don't think there's any change in the actual asset or the block from previous versions, but the way you do it is that you connect it from a power source, and then it will be active. You'll see it says 15 watt and it's yellow, which means it's active. You can also see the cone of fire here. You hit E to interact with it, and if you do the camera preview, you can actually turn it around to see where it wants to aim, or where you want it to aim, and then you escape to get out. You also have to give it some ammo, so let's give it some shotgun shells. And you might wonder, can I put my breaching ammo? No. What about my AP slugs? No, unfortunately not. It's just the usual shotgun shells. I wish they would change that, but no, currently that's how it is. Make sure you lock the ammo, otherwise nothing works. It won't fire. You also have the targeting. You can target self. You can target allies, which, you know, neither of these probably are good to do for yourself or your friends. You can target strangers, which is good, and target zombies, which is the default. And that's it. That's how it works. So another thing you can do if you're in the camera preview, if you hit left button, you actually can shoot. So it allows you to shoot manually as well if you're into it. You don't really have to do that because it's pretty good at targeting itself, but well, there you have it. Now it's there. Let me just quickly spawn in. Let's just do a Steve, and you'll see it starts to shoot him, and 3 shots and he's dead. And of course Steve also opened up my drawbridge and my garage door here. Let's do an old timer. It starts shooting and it's reloading, and now it's outside of the arc. That's one thing you really want to keep in mind, that if it goes outside of the arc, it's not going to fire. So whatever build you have, make sure that the zombies don't get behind it, because it will stop firing. Let's take another one. Let's do a nice stripper, and 2 shots and she is dead. So it's actually really powerful. And why is that? Well, let's have a look at the actual statistics in the XML file. So the first thing you'll see, it says extends auto turret. So it is based on the auto turret configured variables. It has its own model, obviously. It got the ammo item, so it's using the shotgun shells. Max distance, it will not fire beyond 15 meters. Important to know. You also see that the entity damage is 9, and it says it does not use the range follow for damage, so which that means probably that the damage is all the way out to 15. But 9, that sounds really low. Well, if we look further down, you'll see that block damage is 1, so it does very minimal damage to the blocks. There is a ray spread and ray count. What does that mean? Well, if you know a shotgun, you know that it has multiple pellets, and that's what this really means. So there are 8 rays or 8 pellets, and they all spread out in a cone. So maximum damage you can do is 8 times 9. So that's fairly high, but it still means that it's not going to kill a zombie in one shot. 2, maybe 3, sometimes 2. You have the burst fire rate, so it will shoot once every 0.61 seconds. It also has a 2-second cooldown. And what does that mean? Well, it's once it's shot these 4 in the burst round count. Shouldn't this be burst? Anyway, burst round count of 4, which means that it will shoot 4, then it'll wait 2 seconds, and it's reloading, and then it'll keep shooting again. And if you look down at the bottom, it says unlocked by, and there you have the advanced engineering and the shotgun turret schematic. So those are the 2 things that you need to have in order to unlock it. Well, either one, you don't need both. A downside to the shotgun turret since I believe Alpha 17 is that there's no longer any buff applied. If you have played the game in Alpha 16 earlier, well, actually Alpha 16 is the first one where we had the shotgun turrets. The shotgun turret could actually cripple them or stagger the zombies, and it no longer does that. There is no buff associated with the actual firing. And it can still stagger them if it does enough damage, but there's no specific buff, which is a bit of a pity because that was really, really nice. It would buff some of them. I think it was 25% chance to slow them down, but there isn't any of that anymore. So there are, of course, as many placement of your shotgun turrets as there are different base builds, and you can have them from the front here, you can have them on the back, such as up there, you can have on the sides. It really depends. Normally for zombies, it doesn't matter as much, but it does matter for our very good demolishers. If you're putting them from the front to the side, they are likely to start triggering the demolishers. So I would say in Alpha 18, if you can, put them up high on the back such that they will shoot the zombies in the back as they come in. It will probably save you from detonating the demolishers. It can still do it if it turns them around, but at least, you know, if you're shooting them from the front, they will definitely set off the demolisher. And let me show that. Let me get in a demolisher. So here's a demolisher. Let me give him some ammo here. And yeah, you saw it basically set it off immediately. So yeah, you want to make sure you don't do that. So I'm going to load it with 1 shell here, and I'm going to lock it because I'm going to show, or I'm going to test out, is there any difference in damage from the front? Well, from very short range or from far range. So let's bring in Joe here. We have Zombie Joe, and he has 150 health. So from the front, or slightly from above as well. Let's see. Switch it on. 1 shot. And it killed him. Now that might have been a headshot. So let's do that again. Let's see if we can give him 1 more round. And it seems that actually broke the turret. Can I put in? No, I can't. How annoying. That somehow broke the turret. I can no longer unlock the ammo, and I can't put a new ammo, so I would have to actually pick it up. But fine. Let's use this one. We do have an extra one. So lock ammo, and I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to spawn in a Joe over here. Some distance. Let's see if I turn on. It's not firing. Oh, because this one is not enabled. Something went wrong with that one, I think. No? Too far? Let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, there it started working, and hold on. You saw it only took 54 damage. Interesting. So let me give him 1 more shell. Let's put him in further. I don't know why he actually was not reacting there. So he's locked now. And there he shot once, and he did, oh, only 9 damage. So there does seem to be a difference in how much damage you deal depending on the range. Let's do another one. 14. Wow, okay, so that definitely is the difference. Let's see if we let him come a bit closer here, and then I will enable the turret when it gets closer. Of course, if you get headshot, you'll deal even more damage. So let's do that. Let's give him one more round. Lock it and turn it on. Yep, that was definitely more damage. So range does seem to matter, actually. That's interesting. I actually didn't realize that. This one, oh, now it's working. So this one is back to working. Well, I guess it was in some really weird, oh, and he's dead. Very weird status. We're gonna put him here. You heard that beep, which means that, oh no, it's the same. Something goes wrong with them sometimes when they kill them. I haven't really seen that before, but then again, I haven't run out of ammo when it's killed something either. And is it outside of the, no? You should be able to actually, okay, so there's some really weird behavior going on here because it's locked and it's still not shooting. Okay, so what I think happened is that water can cause some problems with the zombies actually not being detected. Interesting here, it actually shot once and totally missed. I didn't know how that works, but anyway, let's try this again. One hit, he got knocked down, and now this one has the same problem. Yeah, it does have some problems when it finishes the ammo. Let's lock that one. It shot him and hit him in the head. So it could be that the water is causing some tracking issues. So let's look at the soldier here. So the soldier has some armor on him, which makes it a little bit harder to kill him with shotguns normally because they give plus 40% target armor as well. So let's see if I give this shotgun one shell and I lock it, should shoot, and 48 damage. Okay, so that's 48 damage on a normal zombie. Let's see Joe here. Here we have Joe, and let's give him also one shot and see how much damage that gives. 69. Now maybe that was just a one-off, so let's try that again. Let's see whether it actually was because there was some armor rating involved there. Let's lock the armor, and no. That one seems to do about 90 damage for a shoulder or body shot. Let's do a final one. Almost, this was slightly less. Maybe some of the pellets missed, but it seems to be fairly high. It goes down to at least from 150 down to about 60 to 78. So let's do a soldier. Again, he also has 150, but he has armor. Let's see if that makes a difference. And yes, you can see it definitely makes a difference here. He doesn't go down to below 100. Let's try that again. Let's give him just one shell here. And 1 or 2. So it seems to be fairly standard with how much it does per zombie. Let's do a third one. Final test. 96. But at least it's a lot less than it does deal to normal ones. So the zombies armor rating definitely makes a difference. Soldiers that have more definitely take less. And let's do demolisher, which have, I believe, 60%. Let's do that slightly differently, actually. Let's have him from behind. Oh, let's try to put him here. Right. The reason I wouldn't put him here because otherwise he's going to be set off. So let's give him one. He might stagger, but at least we'll see what happens before then. 40 damage. Okay, so that's definitely a little bit less than the soldier has. Let's give him another one. 40 again. So it's definitely be mitigated by the armor rating. Okay, so definitely 40 per each shot. It seems to be really, really consistent with these one. That's interesting, but it's good to know. So 40 damage, yep, compared to something like 80 or 90 for the regular one, or 45 or something for the soldiers. So the higher armor rating they have, definitely the less damage they take. So keep that in mind. They are most effective against unarmored targets. And of course, if you want to take out something, you have to have a fair bit of ammo. Otherwise, it will not do it. And you still risk them setting off demolisher. But you see here, there's quite a few. Did I unlock this one? No, I did. It still doesn't work. It still takes quite a few shots to kill the demolisher. Regular ones, a lot less. Radiant, of course, they have more health points. But at short range, they are really devastating against unarmored targets. But still, if you have a bunch of crazy nurses that are coming for you, you definitely want to make sure you have a lot of shotgun turrets because, well, they're killing some, but they get past the... Oh, no. They're getting past... They're killing me. No, no. I'm stuck. Okay, don't get stuck. Okay, no. Okay, so this is why I'm in God mode sometimes. So make sure you have a lot of shotgun turrets for if you have a lot of nurses coming in to kill you. I'll be in God mode, which of course is a bit of a cheating things. But hope you enjoyed this guide, and next time we'll take a look at the auto turret, the SMG auto turret. Thanks for watching, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the Vedui community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.